Welcome to the Beach Boss podcast, where we teach network marketers and we give tips to network marketers to grow your business on social media without being a salesy weirdo, using social media, using automation, and building influence so you never have to make that list of 100 people again. You never have to chase your friends and family. So, in this episode, and by the way, my name is Fran Lopesha,
I'm Kat Krastelnikov.
And I'm Brandy Shaver.
and we're going to share with you 3 steps to build a never ending flow of prospects. The top tips and strategies for network marketers. So if you're tired of chasing your friends and family and strangers and feel like you are literally wasting your time on useless and way outdated strategies, you are right. Okay, some of these strategies are useless nowadays and ineffective, and you probably already know it. Okay, but the good news is you don't have to chase those prospects any longer if you learn how to attract them to you. And that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. So, in this video, we're going to share with you 3 simple steps to a never ending flow of prospects so you can stop prospecting and chasing the wrong people for good, because we're going to show you how to attract the right people to you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss out on valuable new content.
All right, so let's dive into traditional prospecting versus influence marketing. So, number one, don't get us wrong. There are actually 2 ways to build your business right now in this where we're at in right now in this time where we are. Number one is traditional prospecting, where you are going to make a list, you're going to talk to those people, you may have to go cold prospecting, you using the 3-foot rule. All those things work. Okay. So don't get us wrong. They do work. They're just torturous, and they totally killed our soul because most of us are introverted and we don't want to be accosting people in the grocery store or, getting to know somebody in the mall or talking to the waitress, trying to convince her that, she's wasting her time waitressing when she could build a huge network marketing business doing what you're doing, which nobody wants to do, right? The other piece is influence marketing, and that's building on social media. There are, right, like I said, just those 2 ways, the traditional and the social media. Now, down the road, there may be other ways, but right now, that's all we have. And influence marketing on social media is our way of building massive teams without us killing our soul and wanting to quit and really hiding from success. And what I mean by that is there is a lot of people that don't recruit because they don't want to have their team members doing what they're doing because it feels shady or salesy or weird or just, I don't even know, just
That was
inauthentic.
me.
Yeah,
I
like,
didn't want to recruit anyone once I figured out I have to go and
yeah.
send ridiculous copy and paste messages to strangers. I'm like, once I enroll them, I have to tell them they have to do that. And I was like, wow, like, no.
Well,
And
I
you know
learned
what? Prospecting works if you have a big audience. So, for instance, I'll tell you a little story. We had this gentleman that enrolled in our team, and he was a big network marketer, and he rose to the top really quickly. Spoke from stage, did all those things. And his story was, I did this first meeting. I had 30 people came, 10 people signed up, and the rest is history. Okay, well, that worked great for him because he built that influence with those people. So prospecting works if you already have a big audience. But if you're a mom of 6, like I was when I got started, who has flipping time to be building audience or out, networking with people? No one. I mean, you're nursing, you're trying to get all these humans fed, you're trying to keep them alive. Like, you don't even have the bandwidth or the brain power to walk outside and talk to your neighbors, right? So influence over that audience, and it's a great sales skill, and if you don't have it, you're going to face a lot of rejection and probably quit, which is what happened to us. We were like, this isn't working. And even me driving 2.5 hours one way to prospect people in malls, accost the waitresses, go to the networking events, that was great. But everybody these right now is staring at their cell phone. So if you're not inside that cell phone, they're not building a relationship with you. In fact, I read some kind of study, or, I don't know if it's gospel, Don't go look this up on, whatever. But that you touch your phone more than you touch your spouse, which is pretty sad if you think about it, right? So that just tells you where people are in where they're getting their information and where they're building relationships.
So it
Yeah.
sounds probably pretty accurate
Yeah.
nowadays.
So I hope you guys now understand the difference between prospecting, where you just go without prejudging and hit everyone with your information, hoping that someone will respond. It's actually not duplicatable. Like Brandy said, if some person built it that way, it worked for them, most likely it's not going to work for you. Like my previous upline was a doctor, and she was getting people, into her office all day long, and she could offer them the products, right? Without any, I did not have that flow of people, right, coming into my office. It wasn't duplicatable. So this is prospecting. So marketing is totally different, and that's what we guys going to teach you here today, how to create that endless flow of leads. And we told you that it's going to be 3 steps, but we lied. There's 4 steps.
We lied.
So step number 0. So let's call it step number 0, because if you miss that step, all other steps not gonna work. So step number 0 is, instead of chasing everyone and anyone, and we probably say it in every episode because it's like, it's the foundation. Like, get it already. Get it. So, step number 0 is figuring out who are your perfect prospects, because it's not everyone. It's very far from everyone. It's the people who already looking for what you're offering. So, if you're offering health and wellness products, it's people who are conscious about their health and wellness, who actually want to improve their health, who are looking for products, who willing to try different things, not afraid to invest money or spend more than, $5 Walmart ibuprofen, right? So these are your perfect prospects. It's not everyone. So that's where a lot of us gonna like get confused, because we were told like it's for everyone and they all need it and you're just not talking to them enough. No, like just throw that idea in the garbage if you're tired of prospecting and facing rejection, right? And start thinking, okay, if I want to attract people who are, conscious about their health and they genuinely want to improve, then actively looking for solutions, that's the people you need to talk to. That's your perfect prospect. So, step number 0, very crucial, figure out who are these people and where they hang out on social media, because they are out there and you're one of them. I always say, because it's kind of like too good to be true that these people exist, right? Who are willing to spend the money, who are willing to invest, who are willing to learn, who did it, like, you are one of those people. They do exist. And there's actually huge communities out there that have your perfect audience. You just need to find them. And we teach exactly how to do that in our courses, which we talk about it in just a minute.
So then once you've mastered step 0, you know who it is, then you know step 1 is actually constantly growing that audience of your perfect prospects. Okay. And you need to be growing this consistently every single day. If you had to have a room full of people, I always talk about, like, if you had a room full of people and you stood up in that room full of people and you said the same message and you like promoting to yours the same room of people every day, they won't hear your message anymore. You need to be getting new eyes on your content every single day, new eyes on you. And you can do this actively by actually actively going into groups where they might be hanging out and actively, sending friend requests, actually connecting with people. Okay. You can do it passively through your content, through reels, through using keywords, through using the words that you use. That when the people are searching for that, then your content will land in front of them. Make sure that on that content that you've actually got a call to action, that you're telling people what to do. And then actually our favorite way of growing an audience is using automation, is actually running ads, so that you get Facebook to go out and do the sifting and sorting for you and actually bring the people to you who your content resonates with, who this is for me. Like, oh my goodness, she's in my head. How the hell do they know what I'm thinking about? I need to click on this. I need to buy this course. I need this in my life. that is our favorite way. Please, if you do not understand how to run ads, don't just go and start, putting money behind and boosting posts, because it's a fast way to empty your bank account.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
so
only that, a fast way to get your account shut down. So
oh
you
yeah,
definitely need some training around that. But
yeah.
the next step, number 2, is building authentic relationships. And this really is the key. Now, authenticity is 4 times more powerful than love. And most network marketers don't know how to do this because they still have the dollar signs in their eyeballs, right? Like they're like, I just need people to buy or join. And it takes time. And most network marketers have this microwave mentality or Amazon Prime, right? 2-day shipping. Well, that's not reality. What seed you plant now, you will see the results in, 30, 90, even 2 years from now in Kat and I's case, right? Kat followed me forever before she finally, got the guts and up enough to say, "Hey, I want to work with you," right? So, I mean, we could have probably sped up that process a little more if I wasn't so passive in the way that I do things. But we don't want you to think this is Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. Really focus on building those authentic relationships. And that is the key in network marketing. Like there is nothing that's ever going to replace that.
Mm-hmm. So I would just want to remind you guys, step number 1, constantly growing the right audience, which most network marketers don't do. We usually like, okay, here's my friends and family and acquaintances on social media, and I'm going to promote my stuff to them all the time, all the time, all the time. What friends said. Very quickly, they get annoyed, and very quickly they just stop noticing your content. They ignore you, and that's why you don't have engagement, no one interested in your questioning. Is something wrong with me? So you constantly need to be growing the right audience. Remember, step number 0, your perfect prospects. You don't need everyone and anyone with the skin or who can breathe. uh, so constantly growing the right audience, because bringing new eyeballs to your community, to your offers. It's like bringing fresh energy, starting a new life, launching a new whatever. Like it's new blood, new energy, new opportunities. Step number 1, what Brandy said, building relationships. Again, network marketers totally skip this process. And I don't want you guys to feel like we're constantly poking, network marketers or making fun of them or criticizing them. No, we are. We used to be them, right? We
We've done
did
it.
all of those things. We actually poking fun at ourselves because we did it all and we know how much it sucks. And probably you can relate to all of our horror network marketing stories. So don't be like offended if you were like, oh, you doing this wrong. There's First of all, there's no right and wrong, right? There's effective and not effective. And if you feel like what you're doing is not effective, it's time to change something. And that's what we're trying to tell you. So, building relationships, very important. Do not ever skip this step. So, if you have the right audience, just imagine all of your audience, majority of it, your perfect prospects, people who are searching for the information or service or products that you provide. They're in your world every single day. And you have a solid relationship with those people. Like they love you, they trust you, they show up, they ask questions, they're like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. Imagine having this kind of community. Now, the third logical step, which is very essential as well, to promote. And there's another mistake a lot of network marketers who are starting learning about influence marketing, like, oh, I can't promote anything. I can't mention my products on my profile, so I need just to be quiet. Well, how the hell are you going to sell anything if you never promote anything, right? So promoting is still a very essential part of this process, but you need to have the right audience and you need to build relationships with that audience. And when the times comes to promote, it's going to be very genuine and authentic and something that they would be so appreciative of. And it never will feel like you're a salesy weirdo, right? So if you skip step 1, step 0, 1, and 2, and go straight to promotion, that's what usually any network marketer's profile looks like. You will be a salesy weirdo and you will be doing repellent marketing. And that's probably why you're here now, because you're tired of repellent marketing.
Mhm.
So, step 1, 2, and 3. Step number 3 is promote your products and services to the right people. And it's going to feel effortless. It's going to feel like you're not even selling anything. Like, you offering people solutions to their problems, and it's so much more enjoyable.
Absolutely. And we've actually built an 8-figure business following just these 3 steps. Grow the right audience, engage with that audience, build real relationships, be a normal human being so we can promote. Okay, grow, engage, promote. And we actually put together a course where we explain in more detail how you can implement this method to attract your perfect customers and team members so you never have to chase another prospect ever again. You never have to make that dreaded list of 100 people. You never have to go and speak to your friends and family again. So just click the link below and go check it out. And don't forget to join our free online community with over 30,000 network marketers just like you to discover the secrets to grow a massive network marketing business using social media and automation. You're going to find the link in the description below. We'll see you next time.